So I did a thing. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline if you are new around here. Super glad to have you. Thank you for spending some time here. I hope you'll consider subscribing if you are into houseplants and particularly Hoyas. We do have that in common if that's the case. If you are looking for ways to support me and help my channel, what would be really useful for my channel is if people watched my videos for longer periods of time, for me to be able to actually earn anything back from all the time I've invested in this channel. What we need now is to get me on a certain number of watch hours. So the more you watch of my channel, the more you help me towards that goal. So thank you so much in advance if that's something you're willing to do. I wanted to update you guys on all of the different Hoyas in my collection that have been growing. Some people say that Hoyas grow really slow. I think that they're doing it wrong personally. Don't get me wrong, some of them do grow slow, but a lot of them don't. So I'm really excited to take you through and do some detailed close-ups of all the different things that are going on in my Hoya collection right now. If you are excited for some relaxing close-up Hoya footage, you're in the right place. Hit that like button down below, it does help me out significantly. This one was doing pretty poorly in medium light. It was dropping a lot of leaves, it was very unhappy, so I switched it to this spot right under a grow light and it has been putting off these gigantic leaves. It's very, very happy now. That bundle of tendrils you see on the left, I actually just folded down and clipped to the trellis because it was extending about 2 feet higher than that. And yeah, this one's doing really well. My Hoya species affinity Burtonnae is thriving as well. A couple of months ago I took, I want to say 3 small cuttings from this. It had completely stagnated and was not growing. I think now that might be a peduncle on this little guy. But I'm very excited because it is exploding with growth. It has tons of baby leaves all over the place. This whole vine there was spontaneous growth. You can see all the little new sprouts in the basket. This Aldrichii came to me with 3 leaves. It now has 7. So it has put off 4 leaves in my care and that vine. The leaf on the left is the largest one. I want to say it's like triple the size of the largest leaf it came with. And this is the newest leaf. My Hoya carnosa compacta has thrown out a couple of spontaneous vines. You can see that naked one on the left, that is brand new. And then coming down, I just wanted to show you some of the foliage. This has not really been actively growing for some time, but this one over on the right just showed up one day, and the leaves have slowly been filling out ever since. It was going straight up, but it finally gained enough mass to just fall and cascade down, and I'm loving how full this basket is. So luxurious. This is my Hoya Curtisii, which I just repotted. I had taken a couple of small cuttings from this and rooted them in moss. Once they were established, I repotted this into this slightly larger pot. It was in a 2-inch pot. I want to say it's in a 3-inch now. And it's been actively growing. Even the little parts I cut off and have propagated are growing, and I'm just really happy with how well this has been doing. This is kind of a hit or miss Hoya for most people. There is the mature leaf on my Hoya Callistophylla short leaves, and here is the baby. I'm hoping it's going to get a little bit bigger, not touching it, hoping we're going to get there, and there's a tiny growth point right under it. This Hoya Dolichosparte was a little bit large when I got it, but it has definitely flourished under grow lights, and since I put it on this trellis. There are a lot of new leaves. The babies are my favorite. They're coming up here. Ugh, look at those cute little leaves. So sweet. This Hoya Dasyantha has recovered from its rough shipping time and is putting off some little baby leaves. They're so cute and so sweet, and I just can't wait to see how big they get. I've seen some pretty veiny Dasyantha leaves, so I've got my fingers crossed, you know? This Hoya Diptera, you can see the tiny baby leaf towards that label there. This Flores Island, I'm very happy to say, one of these growth points has started to sprout a leaf. This is the newest leaf on my Hoya Finlaysonii. You may have seen this on Instagram. I have posted photos of it there, but I'm hoping it's going to put off a new growth point soon because this one was on kind of dried out. This Fitchii has put off that new leaf in my care and is now working on another. I'm very happy with the veining. It's very beautiful. And there's the little baby leaf. This was my first Hoya in Leca. It put off this vine upward first and is now putting off little leaves. I'm so happy. It has two that it's working on right now in two different places, two different cuttings, I suppose. I think the nutrient mix is what made it switch over from just putting out a vine to actually being able to grow leaves. So, just a note. This Hoya Iris Marie was that size when I got it. Those dark green leaves are all it was, and it has put off 7 new leaves for me and is working on more. This was my mystery duplicate Fitchii that was not a Fitchii that I was trying to ID. I believe it's a Hoya illagiorum. It has put off 2 new leaves in my care and is working on a third. Hoya Lucille came to me as an unrooted cutting and has developed a tiny growth point between the leaves. Very excited. Sweet little sun worshipper girl is putting off, it looks like 2 baby leaves that are folded over each other. I'm so excited. Thought I'd also give you a close-up of these gorgeous veiny leaves on the mature ones as well. There it is. There's our little growth nubbin. Yay! Hoya Khao Yai has put off a leaf successfully for me and is working on a tiny baby. The little baby ones come out really burgundy. I just think it's gorgeous. I'm also really happy with how this other leaf turned out. It has just a tiny bit of splash and the veining. This Hoya Macrophylla albomarginata more than doubled its foliage since I put it on this trellis. I will insert a photo of what it used to look like because it has just come a really long way. Basically, all of the leaves that have a somewhat yellow tint to the margins are all grown in my care. There's a baby one, all sun-stressed and cute. I love it. Got another baby one, even tinier. Those 2 babies at the top are just getting started. The one on the far upper right is the one that it put off in my care previously. Has some pretty veining and splashing. Hoya Memoria has put off several new leaves in my care now. It already hardened 1 and now it's working on a few more. The little double is my favorite. That purple sunstress is gorgeous. I want to say there's like 4 or 5 growth points in this one. This gigantic Pubicalyx that I believe might be a Royal Hawaiian Purple has really taken off in my care. It has sent up these 2 vines up along the hook, and it has densely populated the pot with more leaves. I'm very happy with it. It seems to be happy with me, so yay. These vines did not exist when it arrived in my care. It has just been growing like crazy. Again, under a grow light. Most of my Hoyas are right under grow lights. This Hoya Pubicalyx, I mentioned in my last video, has put off these 2 new leaves in my care and is working on 2 more. Look how sweet that is. It's so cute, so little. Philippines Chimera is working on a baby leaf. I'm hoping it's going to get some of that splashy, purpley tint to it like the other ones. Fingers crossed. So gorgeous. Had to do a close-up of these mature leaves for you guys, as well as the couple of growth points. This one is the most developed. It looks like it's going to be a couple of leaves. And then there's one down here at the base of the plant as well. Maybe it'll be a new vine. That would be great. This is Hoya Vitellinoides, which came to me as an unrooted cutting. It has now developed a growth point between the leaves. Hoya quinquenervia has also put off a growth point in between the two leaves. It's lime green and easier to spot, so that's fun. This Hoya Rebecca is doing quite well. You can see on the right hand corner of the screen that there's a chop on this, and that was from me. And these 3 leaves that you're seeing right now, it has put off in my care. It's working on 2 baby leaves there on the end. That is an active growth point. It has 2 more active growth points in here. You can see a baby leaf developing in the pot there. That was a surprise to me the other day. If you stayed for this entire video, thank you so much. Please leave me some sort of plant emoji down below so I know that you watched the whole thing. I love interacting with you guys, and that's just another way you can let me know that you're liking things. Hope you're having a great day or evening wherever you are, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!